Alive on the Mounjaro. It's on the pen alive with your host David Knapp.
Thank you, Claptrack. Happy Wednesday night. Happy Wednesday night to all of you. You are on the pen live. That's why you're here. And I am Dave Knapp, man on the Mounjaro. That's why I'm here. And we have got a fun show for you all tonight. I'm so excited to get this started. Tonight, we will be welcoming the one, the only Crissy G, the OG Mounjaro channel, the first ever on YouTube. She has paved the way for the rest of us who are now here just kind of following in her coattails and trying to just make it happen here on YouTube. So I want you all to say hi. If you're new in the channel, please hit that like, hit that bell, hit that sub. And all of Crissy's social media shout outs will be in the description of this video. So if you haven't already, I'm sure you have, but if you haven't by chance, get over, like her channel as well and follow her on all the socials. We're so excited to have her here tonight. And we do have something very fun and kind of interesting in store for you. And I cannot wait. Another thing that we've added to this On the Pen Live, we're just going to Am I here? I hope I'm back. This the internet here is making me nervous, but I hope I'm back. We'll see. Hopefully that remains. Hopefully we don't lose you all again. So sorry about that. Stick with us. Hopefully we don't have to hopefully we don't have to reset the stream. That would be a bad situation. But yeah, we've got something fun. So biggest super chat of the night gets to choose where I inject the 5 milligram pen. And without further ado, we're just gonna get rolling right into it. If you haven't watched On the Pen Live before, we like to do a What's Fresh segment. We like to talk about what's fresh in the world of GLP-1s and in the world of Mounjaro. We like to take out the trash with some fake news and debunk whatever's going on in the fake news world of GLP-1s. So we're just gonna get right going here. And if you want to call in tonight and talk to Crissy G or I, it's going to be 1-833 Terzepa, but let's get right into what's fresh. So what is fresh? So we're not going to spend a lot of time on this, but this week is the first quarter conference call from Eli Lilly. And if you followed my channel at all, you know that this is one of the biggest things that we do on this channel. In addition to these On the Pen Lives, is we like to cover the Eli Lilly calls on their conference calls, on their earnings calls, and just talk about how that relates to Mounjaro. There's so many people who are struggling with getting their prescription, whether it be shortages, whether it be manufacturing issues, insurance issues, copay card issues. We like to cover all those topics on this channel, and there's usually a lot to glean from these conference calls. So I will be doing a recap video of that, as I always do. So I hope you'll check out the channel later in the week for that update. That call is tomorrow, and we'll be recapping it soon as well. So let's talk about So not a lot has happened in the GLP-1 world since last week, but there has been some information that has floated around this past week in regards to the potential for the compounded versions of semaglutide and tirzepatide to be potentially going away. Now, this is file this under the category of we'll continue to follow along here as things kind of progress. But we have talked directly to some of the pharmacies who do these compound medications. They don't foresee them going away. But I have talked to one or two of them who have said that potentially they may be having a hard time getting semaglutide. So, just stay alert, stay tuned. If you're on the compound medications, you may just want to call the pharmacy that it comes from and verify that you're going to be able to continue to get that medication in the long term from that compound pharmacy. Just, look at your prescription on your vial, see what pharmacy it came from, call them, and just verify so that you know that you're not going to have the rug pulled out from underneath you. So we don't need to camp out too long on that tonight. I am going to get right into what you're all here for, which is to talk to Crissy G, who is this week's hot channel.
Hot channel.
I've got a little video. Due to some technical difficulties right before we came on, it was having kind of a hard time getting this rolling. So I'm going to see if it'll work. I'm hopefully going to share a video with you before we bring Crissy in to just kind of tee up what you can anticipate here. When you're a content creator, you want to always be imitating the best of the best. And who's better at content creating in the Mounjaro space than Crissy G? So I think what I need to do is I need to have more like fashion haul videos and makeup videos, right? Like, I think that's what I'm missing, but I don't got that Gucci money. So we're going to have to go somewhere that's a little bit more my speed. So I never really buy makeup, but I do know one thing about the Dollar Tree, and that's that the price is right. So let's see what we got here. So we're going to have a good time tonight. I have a fashion haul. I've got a beautiful headband. I've got a beautiful scarf. I cannot wait to talk to you about these amazing products. And Crissy's going to teach me how to talk to you about these products, as frankly, I've never done it before. And I really feel like if you follow the man on the Mounjaro, that this is really what this channel has been missing. I've done exactly 0 fashion haul videos. I've done exactly 0 makeup tutorials, right? So who better to learn from than Crissy G. So if you would like to see that, put it in the chat. Hit us with your super chats, all the things. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Hey, if you're here tonight and you're new to the stream, welcome to the stream. Put it in the chat and let us know that you're new. We're glad to have you here. And without further ado, if Crissy G is ready to come into the stream, we are going to welcome her. Crissy G.
Hey!
It is so lovely to meet you. Welcome to the channel.
Of course. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited about this.
Oh, I think that everyone here is so excited to have you here. They've been asking for it for a long time, and you know, the timing just had to work out. So you're very gracious on not super long notice. You're just super easygoing and ready to have some fun. So thank you so much. And it's just a pleasure to have you here. I want to say on behalf of all of us making content in the Mounjaro space, thank you for paving the way. I mean, you were the first to do it. Tell us a little bit about Crissy, like what prompted you to start making videos about Mounjaro?
So I think like most of us that I've heard talk about this on the same, journey, I initially rushed to YouTube when the doctor prescribed me Mounjaro. He said it had just come on the market. And like most other people, we kind of jump into YouTube to see other testimonials, right? See how the normal people, right? People like us are reacting to these medications, not just from a doctor's perspective. And so I went on and YouTube and there was nothing, zero. There was people who were on Ozempic, Saxenda, nobody really talking about Wegovy either, but no one speaking on Mounjaro. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to start day by day documenting from day one on forth. And that's what I started doing. And then it just kind of took off from there.
That is amazing. Now, did you see like really rapid growth? I mean, because you got in like June, and that's when Mounjaro came out. Like, I bet it took off pretty quick, didn't it?
It did. I didn't know how to pace. Like, I didn't know how to measure, a successful channel. Because some people talk about how they take forever to get that first 1,000 and the 4,000 watch hours, and it just came pretty natural and it happened really quickly and I couldn't believe it. And the channel's just been growing steadily ever since. And so I just feel truly humbled and blessed that many people want to watch me and listen to me. So yeah, it's been a beautiful experience.
That is awesome. And if you're here in the chat tonight and you have not had the chance to get over to Crissy's channel, like I said, I bet most everybody has, but if you haven't, her channel is so much more than just Mounjaro. Tell for those who are new here or new to your channel, can you just tell them like a little bit more of like what they can expect outside of Mounjaro? Because you've branched out very well, which I think is very difficult for people to do.
It really is, and it's scary. And trust me when I say I felt very hesitant to speak outside of my weight loss journey and about Mounjaro, but I knew that eventually that journey was going to come to an end. Obviously, I'll always maintain and I'll always have that struggle because I've been a yo-yo dieter all my life. So I know that there will always be weight loss journeys in my life moving forward, even just the journey of maintaining it in itself, right? And keeping the motivation to not regain the weight. But I knew that at some point it's like I can't just only talk about weight loss. Like we're going to have to expand into other areas. And there's a huge platform in makeup, and I've been a professional makeup artist now for over 10 years. And honestly, I started my channel 6 years ago. If you go look at my very first video, it was about 6 years ago, and I got to upload 2 makeup videos, makeup tutorials. But I was so self-critical of myself at that point. I went and got braces because I saw myself speaking on camera and was embarrassed to show my crooked teeth. I was overweight, so I didn't look like your ideal YouTuber that was thin and just gorgeous. And I just was so self-critical of myself. It just was not a good time. And I did all these things to improve. And then, now I came across this weight loss journey and I really wanted to jump on at this time. And I think that everything happens for a reason, like people say. And I think that it was a good thing that I didn't do it then. I feel like you have to be mentally prepared because people come for you in the comments, and you have to have that strength and be mentally sound at that point to be able to handle the criticism online and stuff. And so I'm glad because had I gone experienced some of the things that I've experienced now back then, I would not have been mentally prepared for that at that point. So I'm really glad that, things happened the way they did. And, now here I am.
Yeah, that's so awesome. I appreciate you sharing that. And I mean, I can I can identify to an extent with just like people can be very critical, especially when like you like you said, you started this channel to help people. Like you came here, there was a deficit of information, not really anybody that you could instantly identify with their struggle, their journey, whatever. So you set out to create that, and then it's like, I'm just trying to be helpful. I don't understand why people, but it is what it is. And so learning to just move past it and not care is
Right.
an art if you're going to do this. And so, yeah, I think, like I said, you have set the pace both in the way that you have, one of the things that I really appreciate about your channel is the way that your followers engage with you. You have created, we talk a lot on this channel about community, and that's a huge piece to this but you have connected with your people in a way that there is a loyalty there and there is a sincereness in their following. And so I think that just speaks to who you are. And, I just think, I know that I speak for everybody in the community when we say that we are trying to create something like what you have done, and you've like I said, you've paved the way. So we appreciate you doing that, and we're so happy for the success that you have had, and we know it'll continue. One of the things that I'm super curious about, because I've shared on this channel that for my day job, I sell portable stoplights. So I'm in like the construction world. It very much seems like that's what your job. Have you shared what your day job is, or do you just stream from your office and that's kind of it?
Yeah, I don't mind sharing what we do. We do galvanizing, so I'm very much in a similar industry where it's like construction. We galvanize a lot of big poles, all the street poles that you see and stuff like that. So it's not a pretty environment, but we do stream. I don't share where we work just because, out of fear of, somebody popping up at my door one day.
Right.
But
That's a
yeah,
fair fear.
so yeah, I don't share where I'm located, but yeah, we're a galvanizing company.
That's awesome. Yeah, it seems like, like a similar industry to what I
Mhm.
work in. So as your day job, like, well, let me put it this way. Do you ever see yourself doing what you're doing on YouTube, but doing it full time?
I would love that. Like ultimately, that's my dream goal. I would love to be able to dedicate myself to creating content all the time. And, I look at these content creators that do this full time, and I admire them for what they do. And it's a lot of work. It really is. And so, yes, I'd love that to be the goal at some point, but it's just, I think if I were to be able to focus on it a little bit more, I'd get there a little bit faster, but, I depend on my day job. So, it's definitely, that's the hurdle, right? Finding the time to dedicate to get it to grow faster.
Yeah. And like you said, and I very much agree with this, that everything happens for a reason and everything happens in its time. And, for this season of life, I hope that for you, it's the same as it is with me, where this fills me up. Doing this is something that I very much enjoy. It's a hobby, but the hobby has turned into a community, and you just get so much more from it than you thought you would. And so, if that is a goal of yours, I know that I speak for your entire community and everybody watching, that you have everything that it takes to do it. And I hope that happens for you someday.
Thank you.
Yeah. So thank you so much for being on the show and being so flexible, like at the last minute and everything. And you told me that you would not mind taking some calls tonight. So I hope that if you're on the stream tonight and you would like to call and ask Crissy a question, that you would call into the line. It's 1-833-847-9372. And if you find it easier to remember, it's 1-833-TERZEPA. You just have to remember that it's 833 and not 800. A lot of people will call that 800 and wonder why they don't get through. So if you want to call and talk to Crissy, she would love to talk to you. I would love to talk to you. And we hope that we get a chance to do that. Let me see here. Now, Crissy, I want to know, when you do your fashion videos, like, so you said you were a makeup artist for, and am I saying that right?
Yeah.
Makeup artist for how long? 10 years?
Yeah, I've been doing it for over 10 years professionally. Yes.
So how cringy is it that I bought this stuff from the dollar?
Not at all. Not at all. We all started there. That's where I
Okay,
started.
good. All right, so I'm starting there too. I'm ending there too, just so we're clear. This will be it. But I gotta admit, when I was buying this stuff, and I was thinking, like, in my brain, this sounded like a really fun idea and a really great idea. And then I was buying Dollar Tree makeup. I thought, what am I putting on my skin?
That I don't know. I wasn't worried about that when I was 16 buying dollar store makeup.
Well, I'm a little concerned because, as I told you, I work in a career that is it's a manufacturer, right?
Right.
So if I go to work tomorrow and there's any inkling that I had makeup on my face the day before, I will never hear the end of it.
You might want to stay away from the mascara then.
Well, the good news is I did not buy any mascara. I did buy some fake eyelashes.
Okay.
So hopefully those come off pretty easily. Those would be pretty obvious.
Yeah, a little bit.
All right. So we have, if you have tried to call in at 1-833-TERZEPA, let me just flip this over, because I think what's happening is I think that they're ringing my phone. So if you just bear with me for 1 second so I can kick that over so they ring Chrissy and not me. Chrissy, cousin Chrissy. We have to differentiate. So I'm just going to take this call. We got a call coming in from Washington, and this is just going to be we'll see who it is.
Call for extension 02. This is just going to be
welcome to the moon. Who do we got?
Hi, it's Bethany. How are you?
Bethany, I am well. How are you?
I am good. I have to go put my tablet away so that I can talk to you and not have an echo.
That sounds good. So Chrissy G, are you able to hear Bethany all right? Does it come
Yes. Hi, Bethany.
So she's putting...
Hi, Chrissy. How are you?
I'm great.
So
I'm good. Well, I'm so excited to talk to both of you. I actually found Chrissy first.
Most did.
Well, we're excited to have you on the call. I'm so happy you called in.
Absolutely. So Bethany, are you using a GLP-1? Like, how did you find Chrissy, and what do you enjoy about her channel?
Well, so yes, I started on Mounjaro with the coupon back in November, and like Chrissy, decided to do a little bit of research on YouTube and just see how everybody was doing, and that is how I found her channel.
Awesome.
And I just want to say thank you to both of you, because you're both so informative and so helpful on the journey.
Oh, that's very sweet. We wouldn't do it without people like you who watch and encourage us. And I've been on some of Chrissy's lives, and certainly on my lives, and you all are so supportive of what we do, and we just so appreciate it, and it fills our cup.
Yes, I agree.
Help you out, because you guys have been so helpful.
Awesome. Well, thank you for calling in tonight, and we hope you enjoy the rest of the stream.
Thank you, Bethany. Have a good evening.
Take another one. Welcome to the moon. Who do we got?
Hi, this is Miss Tatman.
Miss Tatman. Miss T, how are you?
Hi.
I am wonderful. How are you guys?
So good.
We're great. Thank you. I'm so excited to talk to you. I feel like I know you because we talk all the time over chat.
I know. I hate I missed the walk.
Oh, I know. We'll have another one next year. Me and Debbie are already planning it.
I can't wait. We have to do the skating thing too. But
yes,
what happened to me, I found Chrissy first. And I was in when I really started Mounjaro, I was kind of in a depression, I'm making this weight. I don't know how to get off of it. I've tried exercise, I tried everything.
And then when I saw her making the video, it just made me more comfortable on taking it and actually sharing it with someone else so they can get, the shot. So it was good. So after I met Crissy, then of course I met Dave. But it has been a great journey, and I really appreciate you guys going on the journey with me.
Of course. Thank you so much for sharing that. I love to hear that, because you guys are such a big motivation for me and such a huge inspiration. You guys don't understand that. Honestly, I think a lot of my accountability is due to you guys, and like feeling like I can't let you down, and feeling like if I can do it, you guys can do it, kind of thing. And so I really appreciate you sharing that with me, with us.
Thank you.
And Miss T, you are such an encourager. I would just echo what Crissy said. You're just such an encourager. And to see, I don't know about you, Crissy, but when I see the same names pop up week in and week out, it warms my heart in a special way, because it's just like, wow, like you're here every week in and week out, encouraging and supporting. And, so you're making as much of a difference to us as we are to you, just by virtue of being here. So I'm so thankful for people like you, Miss T, and thank you so much for calling tonight.
You're welcome. You guys have a good night. When I truly say you guys are my Mounjaro family, you guys are. You guys have a good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Take care.
Good night.
Oh, that was fun to hear from her.
Yes.
One of the things, Crissy, that I was thinking about is I do believe that you have hit maintenance with Mounjaro, haven't you?
Yes.
So now do you mind sharing? Because I know there's probably a lot of people in the stream tonight who are getting closer to that. I wish I could say I was, but I'm not. But for those who are, could you just share kind of your experience of where you've kind of landed, if they haven't followed that part of your journey on your channel, like where you've landed in maintenance and how that's going for you?
Sure. So I chose to maintain at this weight just because I felt like it was a sustainable weight, because I just don't realistically feel like I could maintain 140, 135 pounds, which is probably my ideal weight for my height. So when I went to go see my doctor, and I was weighing 241, and I probably weighed more before then, because, I had just kind of ballooned up all of a sudden, but I didn't want to face the scale until I saw the 241. And my doctor was like, I want you to be at about 165, 170. And I laughed at him, and I was like, are you kidding me? I haven't weighed 165 since high school. Like, I literally graduated weighing 165, and that's just not going to be, no, it's not going to happen. I can tell you that. Like, I've struggled all my life. And then all of a sudden, I told him, I'll give you 185. Like, that was I used to tell people, Dave, I used to be like, if I weighed 185, I'd be walking around here like a supermodel. Like, you just don't know. Because I just felt like people who would tell me they weighed 185 looked so thin to me, because I've always been 260, 250. Like, those were my highest weights. I'm sorry. And so I just didn't think it would be possible. And, when I finally made it into Wonderland, I was like, oh my God, maybe it is possible. Like, I hadn't been under 200 in over 20 years. And then I kept going. And so once I reached 185, that's when he was like, okay, well, you met your goal. So we're going to put you on maintenance. And I'm like, no, well, wait a minute. Maybe I can lose 10 more pounds. And so he basically was like, well, you can lose 10 more pounds on maintenance, because technically you're still going to be on the medication. And so you need to take advantage of meeting your goal while you're still on this, because you're not going to be on this forever, which was a hard realization for me, because I don't know about you, but at some point it almost becomes an addiction. It almost feels like if I don't take the shot, I'm going to gain weight. And I feel like it was a huge crutch for me. And I didn't feel like I had learned the eating habits that I should fully. I think I understand them a lot better now, a year into the journey. But in the beginning, I felt like I'm not ready. I know that if I feel hunger, I'm going to want to eat, and I probably won't make the best choices. So that being said, at this point, I've been holding steady at the 7.5 just because he prescribed me 3 months worth of that. And I think he's going to wean me down the next time he sees me, if he even prescribes me any more medication. But even on the maintenance dose, I've still managed to lose weight. So it is possible that even though you're on a maintenance dose, you could still lose weight. So as long as you're able to tolerate eating in a calorie deficit while you're on the medication. So I've lost, while on maintenance, I've lost an additional 5, and I plan to lose 5 more to reach that 175 mark, just to give me, I just want that wiggle room in case I do want to splurge a weekend, or like if we go on a vacation, then I have, a little wiggle room, because if I stay at that 185, I don't want to hit 190 ever again in my life. And so I'm like, okay, if I at least get myself down to 175 and I were to gain 3, 4, 5 pounds, I'd hit that 180 mark. I'm comfortable here. So I know that I can work my way back down. So that's kind of where I'm at.
Awesome. And I don't know, you may have mentioned this, but which dose are you on for maintenance?
7.5.
7.5.
I only made it to the 10. That was the highest dose. Mm-hmm.
Sure. So made it to the 10 and then got where you needed to be, and then you pulled back for maintenance to the 7.5, and you're feeling good on that one. Yep. So are you one of those who is kind of going to be up the creek come June, or do you have like good game plan moving forward?
So I have enough medication to get me through June, since he prescribed me 3 months worth. My original coupon was like many people who first got onto this journey early on, and it's set to expire in June. But I never really had to show a coupon at Walmart. I went to Walmart and they didn't ask me for anything. So I don't even know how they process it or anything. I've never got asked for a bin number or anything like that. And never had any issues filling my medication with them. So I don't know that if he were to extend it, if I could just go with the same, and get it prescribed with no issues. If I did, and I felt like I needed to stay on the medication, then I didn't have a problem going back to the semaglutide. I have such an issue saying that word, semaglutide. So I wasn't opposed to getting back onto that, because that's where I started anyway.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, you have options, and if I were you, if they keep filling it, I ain't asking any questions.
Exactly.
I'm not upsetting that apple cart. Absolutely. And I know people are kind of going nuts in the chat. Like, you're on 7.5. How are you getting that? So you're one of the fortunate ones that has been able to get a hold of it in even a 3-month script. So that's great.
Yeah. So I guess there wasn't a 7.5 shortage 2 months ago, 2 months ago when I filled it.
Yeah. And people will immediately say in the chat, there's no shortage now. Well, if you can't go to a pharmacy and get it, and it takes weeks and weeks and weeks, and you go to several, then
for you it's a shortage, right?
For you it's a shortage, right? It may not technically by the FDA's terms, but yeah, for sure. So I'm glad that you've had that easy time. And on the there's so many on this journey. Like, I think of Mindy as well, who started on I don't know if it was like compounded semaglutide or
semaglutide. I did that the first month. Yeah.
And so you guys kind of had the same start to your journey. And how much success did you see on that versus when, let's say, how long were you on this semaglutide?
2 months.
2 months. So how was your first 2 months of that versus your first 2 months of Mounjaro? Was it a major difference?
The same.
Interesting.
So that's what I tried to explain to people in the beginning, when, because a lot of doctors won't prescribe Mounjaro unless you're diabetic. And so I tell people, there's alternatives, because Wegovy is FDA approved, and Wegovy, Ozempic, and semaglutide are all the same thing, right? It's all the plain GLP-1, and so I started on the compound version, and I did it I did it a month. And then the second month I went and they gave me the Ozempic pens, because she was like, here, we have a sample box in the office. I'll just give you the Ozempic. It's the same thing. And then my third month, he went ahead and prescribed me the upped dose on the compound again. So I kind of flip-flopped, from the compound to Ozempic. But I literally lost 10 pounds I think it was 10 or 11 pounds my first month on the compound. And then the second month on Ozempic, I lost another 10 pounds. And then the third month, I had a horrible month. It was a month full of birthdays, and I still did not have good habits, and I was eating cake everywhere I went. So I didn't lose any weight. I didn't gain, I didn't lose that third month. And then boom, I jumped onto Mounjaro. And that first month on Mounjaro, I lost another 10 pounds. Nice. So it was, that's why I always tell people, I mean, if you're critical about what you're eating and you're watching your calorie deficit, regardless of which medication, it should help you get where you want to be.
Yeah, absolutely. There are very few. I mean, there's like a spectrum of how quickly it helps people, and how, takes some people longer. It's taken me a long time. At the beginning of this last month, I was on the 15 milligram, and I was getting like migraine headaches, really bad migraines all of a sudden. and I have gotten them for years and years and years, but not with that kind of frequency. So I pulled back, and I pulled back initially to the 12.5, which didn't help. And so then I was going to pull back to, I didn't want to just go to the 10 because I felt like if the 12.5, I needed to jump back farther. So I tried to jump back to the 7.5. Of course, I couldn't get it. And so that's why I'm back on the 5. And honestly, like, so I feel like that has stalled my weight loss this month because, you know, I kind of right where I'm at today. I just at 6 months. I'm right where I was at my 5-month update, but you know, I didn't, by pulling all the way back, I didn't lose ground, you know, I've maintained. So I'm eager to kind of step back up and get to the higher doses again. Hopefully I can avoid the headaches at least, because that was no fun. But yeah, so I'm thinking if nobody else has any calls, I'm thinking maybe we should try to learn how to do some of this makeup, huh?
Of course. I was waiting for Melissa. Melissa was supposed to call in tonight. What happened?
Yeah. Hey, that I'm glad you said that. Because
I'm putting you on the spot, Melissa.
Yeah, Mel, you are on the clock. Yeah, I tell you what, should we hold this? Let's hold this segment hostage until Melissa calls.
We're waiting on you, girl. Pressure,
Well,
yes.
Yeah, Mel, you are on the spot. We both want to talk to you because I know you are all up in our chats every time we're live. And I got a call coming in. Let's take it, Chrissy G.
Grasshopper, call for extension 0 to accept. Press 1 to send the
Now I got
voicemail,
two
press
people
2
calling at
to
the
hear
same
the phone
time.
number.
Usually I have this set up. It goes to Chrissy, and it's coming right to my phone tonight for whatever reason.
To accept, press 1. To send the voicemail, press 2.
I can't get my
to hear
number.
the
There we
phone
go.
number, press 3.
Welcome to the moon. Who do we got?
It's Carla.
It's Carla. So Carla beat Mel into the call. Welcome to the stream, Carla. Thanks for calling.
Hi, Carla.
Hey, Chrissy. My name on the YouTube is Crochet CJ because that's my channel name.
Oh, yeah.
And then on Discord, I'm Midwife CJ. So, yeah, I have a name everywhere.
You do. Everywhere you go. We'll stick with Carla for the purposes of the call, but welcome. Thank you.
Right.
Thank you for following both of our channels and being such a wonderful supporter of both of us. We appreciate you calling.
Well, yeah. And where's my Chrissy, my nurse buddy, you know?
She's here too. She's probably feeling left out. Poor Chrissy.
Oh.
We'll bring her in before this is all over for sure. So what did you want to share tonight, Carla?
Oh, I just wanted to get on and say again, you know, like everybody else, I appreciate you guys so much. Chrissy, you know, it's not just the Mounjaro thing. And, you know, sorry, Dave, I found Chrissy first too.
I told you that happens a lot.
It's also just the confidence that you have and just the beauty in your soul that shows through everything you do and say. And you're so encouraging. And, you know, when I get on a plateau, you guys are always there to make me understand that it's, you know, it's not forever. So, you know, thank goodness. I'm on 12.5. My doctor said that he's going to keep me there till I hit 200 and then I can go to 15 because I'm 31 pounds from my goal. Exciting.
Awesome. Good for you. That's excellent progress.
Carla, you almost made me cry.
Now, but I just want to say I appreciate you guys and I'm so happy you're here, Chrissy.
Thank you so much for joining the call. I appreciate you calling in and letting me know that. I always feel so humbled when you guys talk to me like this. I just appreciate you guys more than you know.
Ditto.
Well, we appreciate you all too.
Yeah, thanks for calling, Carla. We so appreciate you calling tonight. Good to hear from you.
All right, take care.
Thank you. You too.
It's so fun. I don't know. Have you ever done anything like this, like taking calls or had people?
No, but I'm like totally loving it because, you know, back in the day, I'm about to show my age, but, you know, they used to do these kind of shows at night where you would call in and it's kind of cool. Like, I'm feeling this.
Yeah. I got a call coming in and I have a hunch who this might be.
Grasshopper, call for extension 0.
Welcome to the moon.
Hello.
Who do we got?
You got Melissa H.
Melissa H. Now, Melissa H., I'm not sure I've ever seen you on a stream. Have you followed the channel for long?
Oh, I lurk,
I think you more than lurk. It's so I was just gonna tell Chrissy before you called. It's so fun to put voices to all these names. Like we've had all these, basically what amounts to like text conversations. But to hear people's voices, it's like, oh, that's Mel's voice. And I always refer to Mel, Chrissy, as my sister. And we've kind of got like similar journeys with the type 2 diabetes and insulin resistance and all that. So like we've just kind of understood each other from the get-go, and she's been a huge supporter of my channel. And then I pop over to your channel and I'm like, oh, she's like this with everyone. So, no,
I know how you
appreciate
feel. I know how you feel, because that's how I felt when I was like, oh, it felt like she was cheating on me for a second, because I saw her on Mindy's chat and I see her in your chat and I'm like, wait a minute, I thought this was my girl.
Right. And you uniquely have to feel that, Chrissy, because it's like everybody did start with you.
No, I don't think, but Melissa and I have a special journey, and I don't know if you want to talk about that, Melissa. We started off, she was very honest with me in the beginning, and I don't know that she thought I would take it the way I did, but I appreciated her sharing how she felt or how she thought she perceived me early on. And so that's why I think I have such a genuine, heartfelt, vibe with her, because it was like she was straightforward with me. And I think that's what I loved about her, that she didn't sugarcoat anything when she talked to me. And I think once she got to know me, she realized, we're kind of all in the same struggle.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I totally was like, oh, that's just like the trendy TikTok girl. She's too classy for me. No, whatever. But then I started watching her channel. I started listening to what she was saying. I was like, wow, she's kind of just like me. We have the same insecurities and the same issues. And I told her that one day. I was like, I'm really sorry I judged you. Like, I'm just like you, and then we were neck and neck for a while. We were like pound for pound on progress and everything. So.
And then she passed me right up.
Yeah, I did. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think that I would echo what you're saying, Chrissy. Mel is always willing to be honest, and like we need that, especially if we want to be better, get better, understand. Like, I don't know how it is for you, but a lot of times, Melissa, when I get on, I just talk. I have the gift of gab. And what's on my heart is the journey that I'm going through. It's the information that I'm learning that I want to share. But we need loyal followers like you who are honest with us. With like, hey, this isn't that helpful, or this, you might want to think about it from this perspective. And certainly, you have always been there to kind of give that information, but always knowing that it's coming from such a good place, because you're such a loyal supporter of everything that Chrissy's doing and I'm doing, that Mindy's doing, that, and literally I could go on down the line, Jess, Ken, Chad, like all these other Mounjaro content creators. So thank you so much for being you, Mel, and we love having you as part of the community as a whole.
Well,
Yes.
I appreciate you, Dave, and I appreciate Chrissy and all my YouTubers, because you guys get in front of that camera when I can't. So you're saying a lot of the things I want to say. So thank you, guys.
Good. Well, you're so welcome. And it was so nice to hear your voice tonight, Mel. Thanks for calling.
Yes, I absolutely enjoyed it. And you are a wealth of knowledge, girl. I absolutely love it, because she will fact check you. And I love that. And she'll offer her knowledge because she's been through it all also. And so I absolutely love that she's a part of the comments most of the time, because we can learn so much from her.
Yeah, she's got a lot of knowledge, and she shares a lot of that. Just as a quick plug, on BJ Davis's Discord at davisdiscord.com. If you're not a member of Davis Discord, please get over there. Like, it's the greatest conversations happen there, and they happen like while we're not making videos. That's, I think, the great part about it. So thank you to Mel for joining the call tonight. And if you want more of her, you can come over to Davis Discord, because she does not have a channel, but she shares a ton of information over there on BJ's Discord. So now that we have talked to Mel, I think it's time to rip this Band-Aid off, and it's time for you to teach me how you apply makeup. But not only that, like, how do you even just talk about it? Like, let's do this thing. What should I start with? Where do I start?
Let us know what you've got going. What are we doing? What kind of look are we going? Are we going with a subtle look? Are we going with a sexy, sultry look?
No, nothing subtle about sexy, sultry. Nothing about this will be that. So we're going for wow. That's what we're going for.
We're going for wow.
We're going for wow. So like the theme, the color themes of the channel have just kind of happened. Like, I've got like basically purples and pinks, and that's another plug for Mel. Mel loves those colors, so that's probably why she follows my channel and puts up with me is the colors. But this is what I got here, so we'll just go through it one by one. And again, I have seen snippets of these videos, so I know enough to say I got this from the Dollar Tree.
What brand is it? Is it Ardell? What brand is it?
So right now, this is LA Colors.
Oh, LA Colors. Yep.
And I don't know, like, I must have been really partial to what LA Colors is doing, because I didn't do it on purpose, but they
got you on the packaging, Dave. They got you on the packaging.
They got me with the branding. Sucked me right in.
Uh-huh.
All right. So the one I'm most intrigued by is this pencil, because I think that sounds like a lot of fun. Just drawing on your face. But where do I start? What do you start with, Chrissy G? I got blush, I got eyeshadow, lip gloss.
So lip gloss will be last. Lip gloss always goes last.
Okay, good to know. Good to know.
I definitely start with the skin. So blush would be first for me. I know that's weird. Everybody probably does blush last, but I like to do my face first, and then I do my eyes and whatnot. So
start with the blush first. And I'm sorry, where does blush go?
It goes on the apples of your cheeks, which is right here.
So I'm going to have to lose my glasses and go blind for a minute.
This will be real fun now.
Somebody's calling from Auburn, Washington. I hope that you'll call back when we're done with this bit. I will take a couple calls in full makeup. All right, so this is what we're working with, Chrissy G.
It's a little light. It's a little light for you, but
okay.
We'll see what happens.
That was
You've already got that natural rosy cheek. You see that? Yeah. Natural beauty.
That's right. See, I'm finally somebody appreciates my natural beauty. Oh, this is ridiculous. Okay, so what do I do with it?
So you grab that little brush.
Yeah.
And you swatch it on there a couple of times, and then you're going to start patting that onto your cheeks.
Patting or brushing?
Yeah.
Painter. Just patting.
Yeah, just kind of patting, stippling it on. There you go.
Okay. Okay.
Nice rosy color there. Oh.
Yep. And we're just doing this with the other side.
Yep.
All right.
I bet you guys were not prepared for this.
No, my wife definitely wasn't. She said, "You're doing what?" I said, "Well, I have a professional on the channel. I can't not do it." How's everybody doing that?
The youngsters are putting the blush on the nose nowadays because it's supposed to give you a more youthful blush look. So you might want to dab a little bit right on the. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Now I look like a drug addict. All right. We'll go with it. Okay. Looking good, right? I mean,
looking great. Yes, I like that.
It's actually toning my cheeks down.
Yeah, it's a little light for you. You got natural blushed peachy pink cheeks already.
Yep. All right. So let's do the next.
Let's do eyeshadow. I'm excited. You got a purple in there?
You say the eyeshadow is the thing I don't want to do. What do you use? The mascara, is it? Okay, so this is the eyeshadow. So all right, so like what got me was the purple, because it's like, oh, that's man on the Mounjaro colors.
Mm-hmm.
So what color from the professional? What color are we going with?
Are we going with a smoky eye?
I think so. I think
Then I would definitely go with that darker plum purple.
that's like this one right here.
Yeah.
That one or that?
Yeah. No, the first one. Yeah, that one. That one will be good. Yeah, it'll probably make your eyes pop.
That's the one. Good. That's the one that pops. All right. So we're gonna make the eyes pop. So like this is a funny little guy. Looks like a Q-tip kind of.
Yeah, so you want to get the one with the flat side.
I gotta figure out how to open this thing. Okay. The one with the flat side.
Yep.
They both look flat.
Oh, okay. So yeah, the round one, the more oval looking one.
This one. Okay.
You're gonna swab that over the color.
Oh yeah.
Get that color well packed on there. Get a lot of color.
Oh boy. Oh boy. I hope the guys in the office are not watching this video. Okay. All right. Where does this go?
Yeah, you better hope none of your coworkers are on right now.
It's gonna be a bad situation. BJ just got here and he's probably like, what
is going on?
This channel took a turn.
One night with Crissy and look what happens.
Look what happens.
So you're gonna pack that on your eyelid like that.
Like
You
just
pack
dab
it.
it around. Like,
Yep. Pack it all on there. Rub it in.
I feel like I'm gonna hurt myself.
Don't poke your eye out.
So every day, like this is like really making me appreciate what my wife does every day.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of work.
I woke up like this, Chrissy G.
Exactly. People think I wake up like this all the time, but I know the truth. Look how beautiful. I see your eyes popping already.
All right. That's what I was going for. All right, I better do the other one. Beautiful.
My husband's probably wondering what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, you're like, I'm helping to do
Just
on makeup.
pack
on
it
his
in.
eyes.
Pack it in.
Not good. Okay. All right. Oh yeah.
Yes, I like it.
See,
Yeah.
the way I justify this, A, I'm very confident in my manhood. But B, this is showbiz, baby.
It sure is.
Okay. All right. So we're good there. We're looking good.
Where's that pencil you wanted to play with?
Oh yeah, that's right here.
So that's gonna be for your brow. See that little spoolie at the end? That's to comb those crazy eyebrow hairs.
Yeah. I'm getting those old man eyebrows every now and again. Like not too often, but every now and again I'm like, oh, that's a 3-inch hair coming out of my head.
So this is how I knew I wanted to do makeup since I was a little kid. My grandpa used to get me to pluck his eyebrows, his white hair out of his eyebrows. It got to the point where there was so many white hairs, I'd leave them with very few black hairs left. And my grandma would be so upset with me. And she'd be like, you left your grandpa with no eyebrows. And I'm like, he said to take out all the white hair.
That's all of them.
So
Grandpa.
what you want to do is comb your brow hair, groom them. There you go.
Oh.
And then you're going to fill the brows in
With the other side of the pencil?
With the other side of the pencil. And you're just going to kind of follow your natural brow line and fill in the sparse areas.
Oh, yeah. We got some sparse areas.
Yeah.
I'm going to fill in some sparse areas up here. I'm going to need a bigger pen, though.
You're going to need a lot more pencils, Dave.
I'm going to need like a Sharpie. All right. So, okay. So like.
So you want to start from the center and feather out?
The center and feather out.
Yeah, not the front, the center. Yeah, there you go. There, right there. You want to accentuate your highest peak.
That's
going to lift the brow bone, make you look more youthful. Yeah.
So my wife had an aunt. Oh, that's looking good, Dave. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
My wife had an aunt, and every now and again, like I think she used this pencil for both of her eyebrows, like all of her eyebrows. Every now and again, she forget to do one side. She'd be like, okay. All right. I think, how are we looking, Chrissy G?
Yeah, looking good to me.
Did
my eyes are popping? I like it.
Oh wow.
You might need to pick up the eyebrow filler more often.
I might, because I could use that. All right. I think we use that.
Eyelashes.
Oh, yes. We've done a lot of work around the eyes tonight.
Yes. That's the focal point. It's the eyes.
That's right. Especially when you're just like a talking head on YouTube. Is everybody hanging in the chat? Is anybody even watching this show anymore?
Oh, we've got a lot.
Okay.
Sue wants you to draw on a widow's peak.
Like one of these numbers. Oh, that's the wrong side. That just hurts. It ain't working, Sue. Oh, that's because the cap's on. It's very hard to do this
With no glasses on?
with no glasses on, and like everything's backwards on the screen that I'm looking at, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. These dollar store eyebrows. All right. This looks like if I do it the wrong way, I could really cause some damage.
So you want to make sure that the longer side is to the outer corner.
The longer side is
Yeah, the side that's longer is going to go to your outer corner, and the shorter side goes to your inner corner.
Okay, I got you. So this is my left eye.
Did you buy eyelash glue?
No, these are sticky though.
Oh, okay.
That's what you get from the Dollar Tree, Christy. I bet you didn't know that. See,
Okay, all in
I'm
one.
teaching you. All right. So like, do I put this like on my hairs or above it or
Above it, above your lash line.
okay? I hope I do that. Otherwise, I'm gonna hand no.
So don't believe Dave, girls. You still have to buy eyelash glue. The stickiness is just to keep them in the case.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah. See, the glue's already on there, guys. Dollar Tree, I'm telling you. That's where it's at.
Dave's looking more like Diane now.
My wife is probably thrilled with this.
She might want you to keep their lashes on tonight.
I don't know that that's I don't know that. I don't know. I hope she's not watching, frankly. Oh boy.
See the transformation some eyelashes can make?
Voila. Okay. So we got now I think all that's left is the lips.
Dirty Diane. Pug on MJ says you're dirty Diane.
I'll take that. Dirty Diane. All right. I'm losing them already. So maybe, guys, maybe Dollar Tree is not the place.
You look like you had a couple of drinks already.
There we go. Okay, now with the lip gloss. See, yeah, I'm glad you're here to teach me all this stuff. See, because I just thought that this thing right here was to just go around my lips after I put the lips.
I mean, if you want to give us the the chola look, the old school gangster look, we can do a little brown lip liner with some lip gloss. Yeah.
I think we ought to. All the sticky is gone on these. Okay.
Oh. There you go. Oh.
Okay. All right. So for the piece la resistance. Okay. So this is one of these deals. I thought that this would be like a lipstick thing, but this is like the little brush. So I just brush this on. Just
brush it all around your lips. They're going to make them look plump now, adding a little gloss to the lips.
Okay. I need that.
Yeah.
I should have shaved. How are we looking?
Like you had one too many margaritas.
I look like something. I'm not sure what that is, but it's a good thing that this is on YouTube and will be here for my whole life for people.
Forever. You'll have to explain it to the grandkids one day.
Yeah. I mean, I gotta say, I like the color that the lips are giving me. It looks like I got punched in the eyes. Kind of. Which all right. Well, Chrissy, you are a pro. You're a pro. We got this thing done.
Looks good. Made your eyes pop.
Yeah. I mean, I learned from a true professional.
There you go.
So I just want to open this for somebody tried to call before we started this segment. Thank you for teaching me how to apply this lipstick. And I feel like, do I need to reiterate where it came from or anything like that? Like, again, you can get this in
Dollar Tree. Yeah, let them know. LA Colors. What color gloss did you use? Everybody wants to know what color gloss you're wearing.
Yes. They ought to just name it after me at this point. I tore the package. It's
It's usually under the bottle of the.
Oh, well, I better put
You might want to put your glasses on.
They're buried in garbage. All right, LA Colors lip gloss, moisturizing formula. I got no color. Yeah, I got no. Oh, fruit punch.
Fruit punch.
All right, we got a call coming in.
Grasshopper, call for extension 0.
Welcome to the moon, and I'm sorry that you had to go after what you just witnessed. Who do we got? Anyone? Hello, hello, hello.
Hey, it's Jess.
Jess, how are you in the PNW?
Good.
Jess in process.
Hi, Jess. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Crissy?
I'm great. I'm loving it. I'm having so much fun, you guys.
She didn't know what she was getting
I
into,
just
Jess.
Just call in and say hello to you both, and Crissy, how much I've appreciated your channel from the beginning. I think one of the videos that really drew me into your channel was one that you had done, and I don't remember everything that it had in it, but I remember specifically when you were talking about how you're supposed to eat on the medication. And it just seemed like everything I had been hearing to that point was everyone saying how they can go all day without eating. And I was just like, yes, there's finally someone giving some good advice.
Yes. Most definitely. I think that's the trap that people fall into, is doing these extreme diets alongside Mounjaro. They're still wanting to do, there's nothing wrong with fasting. I'm a big faster myself. But if that's not what you're used to, and if that's not the lifestyle you're going to maintain post Mounjaro, then the reality is that the moment that you start eating again, over that amount, you're going to gain. So my biggest advice, and some people may agree, some people may disagree, but my biggest advice was keep eating the foods that you enjoy in moderation. Just, if like when I know I'm going to splurge over the weekend because I have something planned, I'll do really well throughout the week. Or, if I know that I want wings tomorrow, I'm going to Hooters, I'm going to have me some wings. So I will fast probably the majority of the day because I know I'm going to consume most of my calories during dinner. And so you just got to kind of play with it. But you definitely do not want to starve, because your body will get used to that. It'll get used to not eating and not consuming calories. And when you get off this medication, if you do, then the moment that you reintroduce, foods, especially foods that we shouldn't be having, you'll gain the weight a lot faster. And that's what we want to avoid, right? So.
Yeah. I'll just dovetail on that too, Jess. I think that is really good advice, because I mean, most of us who have landed in the predicament where we're so overweight that we need, whether it be metabolically or we just need the medicine to kind of get us over the hump, it's because our relationship with food is broken in some way, right? And I'll speak for just myself, Crissy and Jess, but I restricted for 15 to 20 years with dieting, whether it was keto, whether it was, whatever the program I was on at the time. So much restricting, and it wired my brain to think negatively of foods. And I never really, even though I could cut weight at times, hit a certain point where I couldn't really cut any weight anymore with the type 2 diabetes and insulin resistance, but where I would fall off the wagon and I would crash hard because I had been restricting for so long. I would go right back to those foods, because it's just like, you do have to learn to live with them. You do have to learn to eat in moderation. You do have to learn that when you make a food choice, it has to be followed by another choice. And that choice is to moderate the amount that you're eating. Maybe you need to move more to compensate for the fuel that you put into your body. But I think it's so important to remove the quote unquote moral decision out of food and just look at it as, this is fuel for my body. If I put too much fuel in, I know the consequences of that. Conversely, there's also, the flip side of dieting where you're not putting enough fuel in because you're depriving your body of too much. And so learning to do this, I think the gift of Mounjaro and GLP-1s in general is just, if you let it and if you do the work, you can learn to rewire some of that programming in your head that may have been screwed up. So I'm glad to hear that Chrissy's channel helped you out in that way, Jess. And I can definitely echo with what you're saying and kind of highlighting there.
Yeah, I just wanted to share with you guys exciting milestone that I hit and see if maybe you guys know your numbers, but actually just hit 23% weight loss.
Oh,
wow.
goodness.
Congratulations.
That's amazing,
Thank
Jess.
you.
Congratulations. That is, you are killing it. I mean, you have been so dedicated not only to your weight loss journey, but like your videos and sharing and being transparent and consistent. And I just appreciate how seriously you've taken your journey and how much effort you've put into it. So congratulations on that's a big number. 23% of you is gone.
Yes, it is. Well, you guys have a good night, and thank you so much for taking my call.
Absolutely. It's so good to
Yes.
hear from you, Jess.
Thank you, Jess. You have a good evening.
Take care, Jess.
Thanks. You too, Chrissy. Bye.
Thank you.
Jess in Process. You can get over and check out her channel. She has a YouTube channel, Jess in Process. And if you haven't checked her out, I've also done an interview with Jess on this channel before. So you can find that in one of the playlists that I have here. Before I cut you loose for the night, Chrissy, is there any, I've got your social media call outs in the description of this video. Are there any other platforms, channels, or anything else that you do on the interwebs that you would like to let folks know about tonight?
I would say I have 2 Instagram accounts. One is just for my makeup. So if you guys are interested in that page, you can definitely hit me up on one of my other platforms and I'll share that. That one's on private, so I don't have a ton. Well, it's my bigger Instagram platform, but I post a lot of my weight loss journey on my new Instagram account. But you probably have that one. And then I probably have the most fun posting on TikTok because I can be more goofy on TikTok and do some of the trends there. And so I have a lot of fun there. So if you're not following me there, you can find me at the real Crissy G. It's Crissy G Life with me on TikTok. I've got so many different handles I can't keep up anymore. So yes, on TikTok I'm which it might get deleted, banned or whatnot, but for now we're still having fun there. But other than that, YouTube and TikTok and Instagram are probably my only biggest platforms. I do have a Facebook account, but I never go on there. So
yeah. All right. Well, I so appreciate you, Chrissy, joining tonight. Thank you for being so chill about the last minute nature of this and for just having fun with me doing this mega thing. And I just appreciate you and what you've done, not only for coming on here and helping out tonight on the stream, but also just with your channel and the community in general. Like, you paved the way. You started growing this thing. We all share kind of the same community. So thank you for being the kind of the forerunner and all that. And I wish you all the success.
Likewise. Thank you so much for having me on tonight. I'm so happy that we got to do this because I swear I kept hearing, you should get on with Dave. You should get on with Dave. And I was like, as soon as we get in touch, I promise you guys we will do something. So I really appreciate you reaching out to me. And I had so much fun tonight. Thank you for everyone who joined tonight. You guys warmed my heart so much and made me so happy to see that you guys were so excited for this to happen. So I was really, really happy about that and happy that we were able to do this tonight. So thank you so much for having me, and thank you for everything that you do on your channel and your platform. We all appreciate it.
Likewise. You're so welcome. Thank you so much, Chrissy. I hope you have a great night and maybe we'll do it again, maybe on your channel at some point here too.
Yes. Thank you.
All right. Take care.
You too. Good night, everybody.
Good night. The real Crissy G. That was fun. That was fun. So many of you have been waiting for that. So thank you. Special shout out to Melissa H, who really has pushed for this. I just got a glimpse of myself big with all of this. This is a lot to take in. So thank you. Yes. Thank you to Melissa for kind of being the conduit. I didn't know that even if Chrissy would be open to doing something like this on the channel. So gracious of her to give of her time to the channel tonight. And again, a thank you to her for coming on. So I am going to kind of put cousin Crissy on the spot. Cousin Crissy can give me a thumbs up when she is ready to come into the stream, because we would love to have her. It sounds like we're getting that thumbs up. So we're going to go ahead and bring in the girl on the Govy. How do you feel about this?
I have been texting your wife.
She has got to be mortified.
I took videos and sent them to her.
That poor girl. She didn't
And
deserve
she
it.
goes, and now he's just talking like it's normal with the lip gloss.
I mean, what else am I supposed to do at this point? I should have gotten some
All I
sort of
want to say
something.
is I feel like this
I
is
never even got to
normal.
this. So I forgot I got a scarf.
Okay, so I have to tell you there was no sound on your video. It started with sound and then it went away.
Oh,
Also,
that's a
you
bummer.
aren't reading my private messages. So how am I supposed to moderate if you're not listening to me?
So I did check. This is never a good time to respond to him. Yeah.
Also,
I'm
I'm going to address
ahead.
something in the comments. Anytime, Mounjaro, Ozempic, GLP-1 or not, you are expending more energy than you are eating in calories. You run the risk of losing muscle tone. Are you wiping makeup off or are you sweaty? I'm so distracted.
I'm both. I'm nervous, so I'm sweating. No, I'm trying to wipe makeup off with this.
This was just a topic that was just in the comments. And so,
yeah,
I just hate it when people attribute that to whatever it is that their platform is that they're speaking against. So there's my soapbox.
Okay. So you're saying on the GLP-1 medications and people talking about the
someone saw a doctor video
about losing muscle mass,
that they're losing more muscle mass on a GLP-1.
Yeah. I mean,
I doubt there's even been a study done about that.
No, there hasn't. And I have seen some videos of doctors, and it's all like anecdotal, and it's all sensational. And usually it's on a big prime time type of thing.
And we just used up your fake news for next week.
We did. I didn't have a very good one for this week either. So, I mean, we'll just call it.
We get two then.
Yeah, we get two. But that's a really good point, Chrissy, because there's a lot of side effects that people attribute to these GLP-1s that are just side effects of losing weight, for starters. I mean,
rapid weight loss too.
And the thing is that there are here's just the sad reality. There are a lot of people on GLP-1s that probably shouldn't be on GLP-1s because they have 10 or 15 pounds to lose, not 50, 60, 150 pounds to lose, right? And they take these medications and they don't eat. So there are consequences to starving your body. And if you're not putting protein in your body, if you're not eating nutrients, there are consequences that your body is going to pay for that. So that's not GLP-1's fault. So I mean, yeah, there will be studies that will be done, I'm sure, in time.
Let's be honest that the people that are not supposed to be on these because they have 10 or 15 pounds to lose are also the ones, and I'm sorry, I'm going to offend people, but the soccer moms that are mad about the Ozempic face. Okay, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Sorry,
and all the soccer moms just unsubscribed.
Sorry.
That was Crissy, not me. I'm just kidding.
Don't worry, I used to have an SUV, and hello, look at the hair. No.
So thank you for bringing that up, Crissy. Michelle's
back. So also the headaches.
Yeah. So somebody, hopefully they're still with us, but yes, Crissy was trying to make me aware that Wombi said that they were having headaches on the 15 milligrams. So Wombi is probably not a subscriber of this channel or a close follower of this channel, because I have, and that's why this is the 5 milligram shot. Do you happen to know who's in the lead to tell me where to take this shot tonight?
I think it's Abby. Am I right?
I think that sounds right.
I think Abby was the last one.
Hopefully she's still here. This is a long stream, so Michelle says Dr. Nadolsky said that it's not true about GLP-1s and muscle mass. Yeah, that
would have to be such a long study that there's probably no way it could have been done by now. You know what I mean?
I saw a video, like there's a video that I think he's probably referring to. Let me adjust my scarf. There's a video that he's
you need to take the tag off.
I know. And I can't return it now because I just wiped all of the makeup.
Abby's here. Why would you return something to the Dollar Tree?
I mean,
another level of cheap right there.
$1.25.
Oh my gosh.
I also got this.
Abby's still here.
To complete it. This one spoke to me. We never talked. I did have
You need to make that video into a short. Or
the video that I did. Yeah, the video that I did. I will post it as a short because I thought it was funny. So yeah. How are you?
Like my thick and chunky salsa?
Sue YouTube with a $10.
Ooh.
Can you repeat the news on Mounjaro? On the compound Mounjaro going away.
Okay. Sue,
absolutely, I can. Okay, Sue, I will repeat that because you paid $10 for me to repeat that. I'll repeat anything for $10. Almost anything.
Tiebreaker though.
What's that? I know.
Sure.
I bet Sue's a classy dude. He would probably defer to Abby. And it's good to have Abby in the stream, by the way. So the compounded Mounjaro, there was a lot of news going around, and I had some of my NP friends messaging me about it. So like everybody was talking about it last week because it kind of became this viral thing that compounded semaglutide and compounded tirzepatide were going away because of something that was tied to the COVID authorization. I did not jump on that right away because, again, I believe that medicines that are compounded because they can be. Semaglutide, tirzepatide can be compounded legally without infringement upon anybody's patent. And my stance is that will continue to happen so long as the peptide, the polypeptide are available to the compound pharmacies to be able to make. So I think that was pretty quickly debunked by the NPs that I follow. And I think, again, the summation that I've come up with kind of on the things that are patented are true, the compounds aren't going to go away. So they'll continue to be a viable option. Thank you, Sue, for the super chat. Appreciate you.
I don't know why Sue doesn't moderate for you. I just think that
I don't want Sue to be distracted in the chat. He's so funny in the chat.
No, or he could just, join us. Like
I could, yeah. He calls a lot.
I know, but like on see
you don't get to talk to him because he calls the VIP line.
Right. He was supposed to call me, and now mine won't even work. I don't know what's going on. Sorry, I have a teenager that's trying to put dishes away, and she keeps asking me. I'm like, I'm on YouTube. Hello. Anyway.
At least you have a teenager that's putting dishes away. That sounds to me
that's the
plan.
only thing that's required. Other than being a good human and picking up after yourself in our house.
They'll all be good humans because you're their mom. You're a great human.
I'm great, Miss Tatman. I was so sad that mine's not working, so I can't talk to the people. Remember I talked about prioritizing protein last week. Sorry.
Yeah.
This is like, at least the squirrel moment was on track. So I prioritized protein, didn't track a thing else. I didn't track anything. I just was like, okay, I always do my protein shake in my coffee in the morning. And otherwise I could be like a really good faster. Does it count that like I had my protein this morning in my coffee and I didn't eat until I was at the church at 5:30 at night? Is that a fast? I feel like it was.
It's a
anyway.
Time restricted eating.
Right, for sure. It's I have ADD and everything else took priority. I did drink water today, but anyway, I'm down a few pounds from last week. Not like then in addition to, which I don't know. I got to text Angie, but I don't know how thrilled she's going to be with me. But you win some, you lose some. But I also think that this a 1 milligram dose is a bum dose. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. You probably
Just
just
eat
need-
breakfast at lunch. Melissa, you're so sweet. Bless your heart. And then cook for my family at dinner time and not eat. If I could do that, I wouldn't need the Wegovy.
True
I
dat.
hope you get that I'm joking, but I'm serious. I'm
I
not being mean. I'm just
I
serious.
think that you just need to up your dose of Wegovy. It's just time.
I do. So I need to, yeah. And this is my second month on 1 milligram. So I do feel like every other dose I only did 1 month of. This one I did 2 months of.
Wow.
And so now I just feel like my body, specifically like these last 3 weeks, has just been like, I don't think this is what we're supposed to be doing yet. So yeah.
Moving
Right,
on.
you gotta taste the food. How are you supposed to know what you're feeding people? Can't put my stamp on something I don't know what it tastes like.
That's
Sorry.
true. That's true.
That was chat. You,
Me?
how was your week?
I mean, my week has been really busy with work. Very, very busy. I didn't know how I was so thrilled that Crissy G was like so down to do the stream, and I wanted to have her on the channel for a long time, and I haven't been able to make it work. Crochet CJ, Carla's heading out. Thank you for joining and thank you for calling. It was a pleasure to talk to you.
Bye. I'm really waving. You can see me wave.
Yeah, so I've had a really busy week, and I just did not have the kind of time to prepare for having her on the channel as I want to, but as
on a Wednesday,
yeah, and this is
I get my hair done.
It's so nice to do this because actually she goes live on her own channel a lot on Wednesdays. So
yeah, I saw that.
And then she like was willing to come over here, and I'm totally encroaching on her live stream time and everything. So she's so nice. But like I wanted to prepare for it, and then as I'm laying in bed last night, I have this idea. I was like, okay, so I was just thinking about like all the things that make her channel, I think, so successful. She's been able to branch out and do so much more than Mounjaro. And like, I think that's like low key what all of us Mounjaro content creators are like looking at. Like, how do we grow our channel beyond just the Mounjaro, right? And she's done a great job of that because she's tapped into the makeup stuff and the fashion hauls and all this. She's doing a great job. It's just like for a dude, it's like, you know, I tend to tune into the Mounjaro content. But then I was like, oh, she could teach me to do makeup. That would be hilarious. And so like I didn't know how she would take that because I've never met her. I've never had a conversation with her. So I was like, feel free to say no if this is weird, and she was totally down. She's like, oh, that'll be fun. So
I'm just gonna have to get my own show because I want to talk to her too.
Yeah, sorry, I should have just brought you in. We could have all three chatted.
So rude. Well, no, I was telling
It
her
would have
she
been
never
confusing.
commented on it, but I
Chrissy.
saw she had a Temu haul video today, and I didn't get to watch it. But
Oh yeah,
I got the eyebrow stencil from Temu because I get all the things I don't need but think that I want.
Well, you can have this.
No, I don't need it. I have this.
You know what?
Perfect. It's a stencil. You hold it and you
Okay.
do my makeup next time.
I want to compensate you appropriately.
Also, I got these really cute. I'm sorry, I'm on a Temu tangent. They're cows.
They're Temu cows.
They're
So
earrings from
doesn't
Temu,
know-
and they were like 89 cents, and they're wood, and they're cows, and they're cute. Okay.
For anybody who doesn't know, Temu is like the new Wish, right? I was thinking about
better stuff.
I was thinking about
Some of
this
it
too,
comes
like,
broken, and they give you your money back, though.
I was kind of thinking about this earlier. Like, I was like, Crissy G is like a legit YouTube influencer content creator, and I'm like a legit YouTube content creator if you got it from Wish or Temu.
What I wanted versus what I could afford.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be perfect. Like Crissy G's face, like what I thought I was getting, and then me with the makeup and what I got.
Which is like what you get from Temu if you don't go and look at the reviews and see what people posted in the photo because I've avoided a lot of train wrecks that way.
Good. Pug, this was my, what do you call when you color your eyebrows? A brow pencil.
I'm
Not
like,
not a toothbrush. I'm surprised you didn't know that, Pug. Have you never seen a eyebrow pencil? I think I'm gonna keep this.
he wanted you to use like the eyelash curler, and I'm like, that is a torture device. Never have I ever gotten that thing to work right without like almost ripping off my eyelid. And I was bragging that I have naturally curly eyelashes, so I just thought I'd zoom in. How
nice.
This is out here for the world, and I act like this.
I just put on makeup.
Wasn't around a lot of people the last 2 days. I just put on makeup.
Probably shouldn't be left alone.
True story. This is why I went back to work. Can you imagine if we were doing this and I was still like working from home?
Oh my. Well,
Anyway,
Chrissy, you asked me how I'm doing. Did I ever even answer that? I'm busy at work, I think is what I said.
It was a long story that had nothing to do with food.
Yeah, that sounds about right. 2 ADD people. I do owe the channel a 6-month update, so I plan on giving a 6-month update. I kind of, spilled the beans a little bit tonight, but so I haven't had the chance to do this tonight, but I do want to thank everybody who is a member of this channel. Thank you so much. If you're a member, you are keeping this thing going and helping to pay for these kind of shenanigans. I hope that was fun for everybody. I think
Pug uses Sharpies for his eyebrows. Sorry, I just read that.
I need to use a Sharpie to fill in my hairline.
They last for days.
Yeah, I bet it does, even if you don't want it to. Yeah, so if anybody has any questions or wants to call in, you certainly can. 1-833-TERZEPA. We'll probably hang out here for another 5 minutes or so.
Melissa loves the shenanigans, and I am here for it because
we love Melissa.
I have a shirt that my friend got me that literally says I'm here for the shenanigans, and I think I actually have lost enough weight that I can wear it now.
Nice.
It's so cute when people buy you clothes because they don't want to offend you by buying something that's your actual size, because that might be calling you fat.
I feel like,
oh honey, though, I want to wear it.
I feel like that's my mom at every birthday of mine. It's like, oh, here's
either that or a nice little nudge, but that's not who your mother
here's
is.
Here's a medium. Like, I'm a 3X. Like, you could at least
have been for 7 years.
Yeah, you could at least give me something with an X in it. Like,
I mean, a hat fits everyone's head.
That's true.
Except for my husband, FYI. He's got a really big head. I don't know why. That struck me as really funny. Sorry.
I hope that it strikes him as funny too, and not uber offensive.
That was my teenage dog on their way downstairs.
Oh, that's super nice. J-Dog said, hello, this is Chrissy G's husband. I want to say thank you for making her night. She's still very excited about the show. Thank you. Thank you for lending her to the channel tonight. She was a blast to have on, and like she's just killing it. So I'm sure you're very proud of Chrissy. She's doing such a great job with her YouTube channel and her community, and she's setting the pace for the rest of us who are basically just trying to emulate her success. So she was very kind and generous to come on the stream. So thank you for sharing her time with us tonight, Jay. Appreciate you coming on and saying that. I have to inject, and Abby said the arm. That's where I injected last week.
We did it last week in the arm. Will somebody just tell him to put it in his face? Just kidding. No, your cheeks. It's the fattest part of your head.
All right, I can do the cheek.
No, I feel like we're going to end up in the hospital. You just want time off work.
Kind of.
No, but now it's everyone knows. So I mean,
Cheryl said, "Hi, missed this, but we'll view later." You're gonna wanna.
Yeah, I would put that in your save for later file.
Yeah.
Oh, belly. Then he said.
Oh, she said
or
belly.
Them.
Oh, I put an arm. I got 2 arms. I was doing the other one. I need a final answer from you, Abby. Belly or the arm? It doesn't matter to me.
Sorry. How
as
dare
long as you don't
you?
say, as long as you don't say my neck or something.
Right.
It's
How's the
unlocked.
carotid?
It's unlocked though right now. So the longer you wait and the more I wave this around, the more people are going to start to panic in the stream. I can tell you that. Oh, here's your formal apology to the channel. I cut Crissy off to inject last week at a highly inappropriate time. It was so bad when I watched back or listened back, I was like, I interrupted her while she was pouring her heart out and I had no idea. So I literally stopped what I was doing. I called Crissy and I was like, I am so sorry. I had no idea what I was interrupting.
He calls and goes, I'm making low carb chips. And I'm like, well, good for you. And I was listening to the replay and I owe you a huge apology. But what you guys don't get is there's a lag. Like when I start saying something, Dave misses a little bit of it. So he's got to kind of insert word here and figure out what the first part was.
And I also have to like pay attention to the chat and all the things. So I'm not
Think
always,
about the 7 things that are going through your head at that moment.
yeah, and I'm ADD. So like there's a lot going on. Okay, I'm going to inject here. So microphone up.
Also, anybody who knows Timu, I was trying to do one of those free, I don't know if it was Shake the Tree or what it was that I was trying to get some free stuff. And I was trying to get this supposedly like $75 podcast set up for free, but I don't know enough good people that were going to help me out. So I didn't get it. So sorry, I don't have a podcast.
I didn't listen to any of that.
I was thinking about what kind of chips I want with my dinner tomorrow.
I heard you say, I'm sorry I don't have a podcast. That's everything before that. I was like checking to see if I was bleeding from my shot and making sure I injected a 5 milligram and not a different dose.
Michelle or Melissa, that was not your fault. Nobody's fault. I mixed glitter while we were here tonight. Did you see this? This is going in a cup.
Very nice. Hey, Crissy has we've never talked about this, but you have your own like little side business where you make like, tell the peoples.
I make lots of things because I need lots of things to do with my hands.
Where
So, I make jewelry and I'm gonna make a cup when we get done here. I've drilled my hole and I'm putting the glitter in the cup. And badge reels because I'm a nurse and so we all need to wear badges. So I make the badge reels. And apparently I'm like reined into that because everybody's like, well, so what's the next holiday? What are you making us? So basically then I just sell it so that, I can have more money to feed my habit. So
there you go.
It's better than heroin.
Where can people find like that stuff that you make?
Well, literally I have a page on Instagram and Facebook and wait for it. Boredom made me do it.
Boredom made me do it.
Because boredom made me do it.
So that is at boredom.
If you're Instagram, it wouldn't let me put it on the end, so it's boredom made me do. Okay. That's the the tag,
Send me the call outs and I'll put them in the description of the video. How's about? Emmy's leaving. Thank you for joining. Appreciate you, Emmy.
Bye, Emmy. Sorry, not Emma's. Like my phone auto-corrected.
People autocorrect your name, Crissy, all the time into all sorts of different things. I want to thank everybody who joined tonight. You, each and every one of you, are the best part of what we do here at Man on the Mounjaro. You're so supportive of everything we do. Thank you for joining, and thank you for welcoming Crissy G to the stream, for welcoming cousin Crissy to the stream. I know y'all are loving having her on here and getting her updates. We will do this again next week. It's going to be an interesting week. I don't know how it's going to shake out for the live or not, but if you're following the channel, you want to pay attention in the next couple of days for the update on the Eli Lilly conference call for their Q1 earnings call that happens tomorrow. I'll try to get a video up as soon as I can. But I appreciate each and thank you all for the super chats. Sue, you had a couple tonight. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, dude. Abby had a super chat and
and the
memberships. Somebody else did too, and I feel bad because I may have missed it if somebody else did it. Pug again, Pug. Dude, thank
Pug hit you with the $9.99. Abby got you with the 10.
He paid 50 for it last week, and he probably realized he could have got it.
Oh my gosh, you guys are amazing.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Pug. Y'all are so good to me and so good to the channel. I thank each and every one of you for joining the stream. Thank you, Chrissy, for helping out in the background tonight. I appreciate your encouragement, and just I love that this doing this makes us talk all week over text. It's fun. And we're excited because she's got some stuff in the works herself, and so we'll be telling you more about that in the coming weeks, I'm sure. But without further ado,
I already told them earlier, by the way.
I
got them in the chat.
That they are the best, indeed, the best part of the channel.
Everybody was being amazing, and I was
Where's
like,
our background?
it's almost like you're the best part of this channel.
Well, they are the best part of this channel. Chrissy, you are fast becoming one of the best parts of this channel. I appreciate everybody.
Aww.
We're going to do this again next week, hopefully on Thursday again. It might land on a different day. I'm not sure. But until then, can't wait to see you all. Take care. Have a lovely week. And we will see you next time.